I wanted to take the time to share a story that I was literally just reflecting on from years ago, actually. I used to take acting classes in New York City, more so improvisation, which is obviously necessary to be an actor. Learning to become comfortable with just gibberish, like not making sense. Um, and it's interesting because now I'm realizing how applicable this is to life in general, and just how much this kind of free flowing, expressive way of living has the capacity to transform one's life. And it's very real. So I wanted to explore that. So in this class, we spent a lot of time doing just like free forming things that didn't make any sense. And the um, the purpose of it all was to get really comfortable with being uncomfortable, with not making any sense at all whatsoever. And I just remembered that there was this one part of the workshop where you literally had to just make noises, gibberish basically. It was meant to make no sense at all whatsoever. And then, but you're doing that with somebody else, right? And then when you finally come to some sort of human understanding of what is trying to be communicated between the two of you, then you start to, convert to English, to something that can be understood between both people. And it's so interesting how this experience kind of like, I remember in the moment, like, I don't remember if I was like worried about what everyone else in the class was thinking about, like what we were saying or what we were trying to say, because we weren't even saying anything at first. Like literally it was just like just like just like making noises and stuff. And ultimately it came to like an actual form, and we moved forward with like actually expressing something that humans could understand, right? um, but I recognize that that experience in and of itself is what so many people are terrified of, right? We're terrified of not making sense. We're terrified of the apparent gibberish that we are living. We're terrified of the discomfort that comes with, making mistakes and messing up. And it's just so interesting because, like, there was a point, from what I remember, in that experience when I was so focused on like the gibberish and then not making any sense at all whatsoever, that like, tunnel vision happened. Like it's like I forgot that everyone else was around me, like watching me, like, what are you saying? You're not even saying anything. Why are you doing that? What are you doing? It doesn't make any sense. What's wrong with you? Like all of that stuff just goes away. And that's what's really cool about acting. That's what's really cool about improvisation. Just being in the moment and not caring about what it is that you're doing, not being worried about what other people have to think about it, right? It's a very important experience. It's a very important insight. Um, I remember too because like the more absurd that I got, the more I was like praised and encouraged, right? And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because it's just like nobody knows what they're doing in life. Everyone is just trying different things and seeing what works, right? And I come from a life of perfectionism. And this is something that I am allowing to die, to just let it go and not be there anymore. And it's very challenging. This is, of course, a result of trauma, of survival, all that stuff. And I just really appreciate how improvisation can just allow you to be an absolute fool. Just like make no sense at all whatsoever. And just be okay with that, because that's a very important ingredient in life, actually. Um, One of the most important aspects of this journey of healing for me has been letting go and just being with what is, and just allowing myself to have fun. Prior to this, I was experiencing life in a very different format, I guess you could say. I was very uptight. I needed everything to be perfect. I needed this, I needed that. I was very attached to things and results and outcomes. And I also was not at all happy or anything like that. There was so much resistance. There was so much anxiety. There was so much depression. And when you just let go of all that stuff and you just allow yourself to flow and you just allow yourself to be free, it transforms the dynamics of everything. It transforms the dynamics of how you experience life. Um, and I just wanted to take the time to share that because actually acting in and of itself was something that I was considering getting back into. Um, I just love the capacity to be in the moment and just be completely free, right? And that's what acting is about, you know. But in the same token, there are so many people out there that are acting in real life and they're not letting themselves be free, right? They're trying to do this, they're trying to do that. But when you just be, when you just let go and allow yourself to be free, right? Allow yourself to be happy, allow yourself to be present. And of course, these things don't come so easily. You know, if you're somebody who has learned through so many years to be distracted, to not be present, to be dissociated and everything, to be outside of yourself, you know, as a result of whatever it is, whatever has traumatized you, it can be very challenging to get yourself, you know, rebooted, recalibrated, rebalanced. But I just wanted to share that experience because it's very interesting how stuff like this can transform people's lives. And I just remember in the acting class in New York City, just making absolutely no sense whatsoever, and just sitting in the discomfort of it. And if you have a willingness to get uncomfortable, you'll realize that very likely a majority of what you've been living has just been absolute bullshit. And whatever comfort you've found yourself in has led to profound unhappiness. That's what I found out for myself.